Who's it gonna be? Oh my God! My brain's gonna explode. My brain's gonna explode. There's something sinister afoot, absolutely.
Everybody, and welcome in to the Haymaker Studios, the Slightly Biased Show. Incredible to have you all here. I am joined by the one and the only Marcel Martin, a.k.a. Mavs Digest, a.k.a. Mr. This Changes Everything.
You already know.
How often does everything actually change, though?
If you go to Mavericks Digest on YouTube today, there's a video that actually says this changes everything.
Was it the Jimmy injury?
Yeah, the Jimmy.
Well, to be fair, that might actually change everything.
It really does. I mean, we've heard reports of the Warriors interested in Anthony Davis, or they're interested in X player, right? But if you look at the assets that the Warriors have, they're not that attractive. I mean, you've got Jonathan Kuminga, who wants out, clearly. Mm-hmm. That's an asset. Their draft capital, a little bit weak, but no one was really looking for Jimmy Butler. No one was looking for Draymond Green, and they themselves don't want to move them. So now that Jimmy is hurt, out for the remainder of the season, possibly for the majority of next season, we got reports earlier today that they're looking to trade him. So the Warriors are definitely more desperate now than they were 2 days ago. So that does change everything.
It quite literally changed everything.
It really does.
It really people say it's clickbait, but it's not clickbait.
Look, listen, it changes everything when you look at it from a certain lens, especially as Mavericks fans. We know Anthony Davis' name has been floating around the trade mill. You know, the rumors going around. The Warriors have been linked to Anthony Davis. We're unsure where he's going to go, but now things can definitely change. We could have those conversations again with Anthony Davis going to Golden State.
It's like the butterfly effect theory.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Everything technically changes everything. Anything could change. Me moving the statue might have just changed everything.
Look, we just drafted AJ now because you trade. Yeah.
Remember that if we end up getting AJ DeBonza, who some draft nerds hate, by the way. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Hate him all you want. You know how many people argue that we shouldn't worry about the lottery because that draft pick could be a bust?
Dude, here, actually, I'll throw this to you later because I want to piggyback off of that. Anyways, thanks for coming on. If you guys want to check out more from the Haymaker Studios, link down in the description. Make sure, I'm looking at the wrong camera. Make sure you guys subscribe to that channel. Link down in the description. A bunch of content there already, including an interview from this guy right here. The one and only himself, Mr. Dirty.
Ooh.
Mr. Dirty Dirk. Go check that out. Also, this is available on all audio platforms, which we shockingly, Matt sent me these numbers, have a shockingly large listening base.
Really?
Which I'm very surprised by the numbers that got sent to me. So anyways, Apple, Spotify, wherever else there is, the Slightly Biased Show. Look it up. There you go. I'm happy to have you on because, two titans of the industry right here.
Hey, man. Two legends. They can coexist.
They can coexist. That is right.
You've got Drake and Kendrick, but then there's Slightly and Mavericks Digest. You know, it's better.
I tell this people all the time. It's like, you'd be surprised how many people could exist in a niche.
Yeah.
Because there's, and it's not me, and I respect anyone, and don't take offense to this, but I tell this to Nick and everything. It's like, I don't consume any Mavs content.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up because I am the same exact way. But my reason for it is, because I try to just make as much content as possible and the best content as possible. If I watched you, Locked On, any other Mavericks content creator, I would subconsciously just repeat what you're saying.
Right.
I would just make the same video. So I'll watch your stuff after mine maybe, but like I try to keep a lot of my stuff just very much Mavericks Digest. But I know you make other content though, not just the daily news stuff. Mm-hmm. You've made like a 2-hour-long video about the history of the Mavs.
I need to chill with those.
That was awesome. That was cinema, pure cinema.
I thought so too, but they take way too long to make, honestly.
Totally worth it.
But so I do it because if it's big, I'll do it. But I do it. It's just how much Mavs can I possibly take in? If I watch every single game and then talk about them, it's like I feel bad because I'll meet up with my friends and they'll be like, "Dude, that game last night." I'm like, "Yeah, man, I don't really like." Can we talk about literally anything else? Can you guys look at my screen? Because I don't know if your community operates the way my community does. My community's a little unhinged. They tweeted me this yesterday.
Oh man, that's.
I mean, what? I mean, that's just.
I feel like you're a very attractive man.
Okay.
And they could have.
Well, you know who that is, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I know it's a very.
And I mean, do I take this as a threat? Like that's kind of.
I hope not. I think if anything, I've probably said more wild things on the internet that would, they probably should do that to me, not you. I feel like you're a much nicer individual than I am.
Well, I don't know about that. You are a nice guy. The few times that we've got to chat.
Yeah, I mean, you almost got me the other day.
Yeah, well, you got me first. Marcel comes into my stream watching a game. Perfect timing because I'm not like looking at the chat, and then I turn around and look. All I see in the chat is 80. What was it? 80's
been traded.
80's been traded to the Heat, or was it?
Yeah,
It was something shit like that. And I was like, wait, what? And everyone was doing it like it was well planned. Everyone was doing it in succession. I'm like, oh my god, this might have actually happened, and I couldn't find it, and then it was sent by you.
Yeah, my community, they're cool. Like, they're a little unhinged. They're more unhinged to me, kind of like how they are towards you.
Right, yes.
But
They call
every
me
now-
Chudley.
I've seen that.
Right.
I've seen that. I mean, when I first started, they said I looked like Nick Van Exel. Exel? Yeah. Yeah, they
That's
said I looked
pretty
like
funny.
Tim Hardaway Sr.
By the
as
way,
well.
Nick Van Exel, interview on the Haymaker, Marcel Sr.
Yeah. He's actually my dad, same as Tim Hardaway Sr. They're both my dads.
Right.
You know?
And you know how Nick Angstad's Twitter handle is Nick Van Exit?
Yeah. That's
Also
like-
related.
we're all related, really.
Right.
You know?
Doesn't look like it, but they are related, believe it or not, as hard as that is to believe.
Yeah.
But no, it's good to have you here because there is a lot of, we can do the AD talk for the 500th millionth time.
I've gotten tired of doing that myself.
Me as well, man.
It's every day.
It really is. We're weeks away from the trade deadline, and God, it feels like nothing is happening.
No, and we were getting a lot of news like back to back to back, and it was more or less the same thing, just rehashed differently. Like, oh, the Hawks want AD. Oh,
Yeah.
well, we're talking to the Hawks, and things fall apart. But over the last, I'd say, week, like I think the last news that we really got was Jonathan Kuminga has mutual interest in the Mavs. After that, radio silent. Yeah, mutual. Take that as you will. But it's been very much radio silent, which could mean, that's the quiet before the storm. Something big could be happening.
Yeah, I had KOC on my show last week, and we were doing like players we thought were going to get traded and where. And I wanted the thing to be like players you actually think are going to get traded.
Yeah.
Not just like throwing shit at the wall.
Yeah.
And as we were going through, I was like, you know what? This could be a pretty interesting trade deadline. Because I thought for the longest time it's going to be super boring.
Right.
But some of the names that we were tossing around, I'm like, all right, Trey Murphy,
Yeah.
AD.
I saw earlier, either today or yesterday, Yves Messi on the Pelicans.
Yeah.
Zion as well. I think the Pelicans are looking to just clean house.
Oh, yeah. If they got an offer for Zion, I think they'd take it tomorrow.
For sure.
Like, I think that's just evergreen at this point.
Yeah.
Like John Morant, that's a really interesting one, too. Because, like,
I mean, if they want to go through a rebuild, they've already started it when they traded away Desmond Bane for 5 first round
still one of the
picks?
crazy.
Your best 3-point shooter?
I know.
Okay, that's fine, but
I
now,
get why they did it, but it was kind of just weird
it was
timing.
very weird. I don't really know the full reasoning behind that, but you trade away Desmond Bane, you get 5 first round picks, and now John Morant, he's got his whole thing going on. The Miami Heat were interested, but now they want to wait 2 years to do anything for Giannis again. Like how many times is Giannis' name going to be brought up, right?
I have a theory about that.
It's just weird. But then also you have Jared Jackson Jr. So if the Grizzlies want to go through a rebuild, then you move Ja, you move JJ. But yeah, this trade deadline could more or less reshape the landscape of the NBA because there's so many big names that are either on the move or being mentioned, like Trae Young going to the Washington Wizards.
I feel like we always get one kind of crazy one.
Yeah, there's always one that just like shakes up everything. I remember
out of nowhere.
Always out of nowhere. Last year there was a pretty big one that rocked the world. The whole city of Dallas was pretty much crying.
Caleb Martin.
Caleb Martin getting traded away from Philly was devastating. I don't know if Philly's recovered since.
It's hard to say really because when you get a guy who performs in the Eastern Conference Finals like he can,
man,
he
was arguably one of the best players to ever play for Miami. Arguably,
I think up there he should have won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. I still believe that to this day.
Robbed.
And you don't just trade that guy.
No, and you trade him for nothing. So
for Grimes, Grimes is what he is, but we have never seen him perform at that stage.
He's never been to the Eastern Conference Finals.
That's right.
So
we'll have to see.
An upgrade's an upgrade.
Yeah. So I agree. I mean, this Jimmy stuff it really has changed everything because torn ACL.
Yeah.
Out for the year, and like you said, I don't know what the next year looks like for him. And wait, you said it before. He's expiring next year?
So, yeah, next year he's owed like $56 million.
That's right. He signed that weird 2-year deal.
It was a 2-year deal,
yeah. Because I read this this tweet that he's the second oldest player since 2002 to tear his ACL.
That's crazy.
That's insane to me.
That is insane. And I saw the clip when it happened. And, I tore my ACL playing basketball years ago. I jumped for a rebound, and my legs just forgot where we were. So, watching him, though.
How was that? How was that recovery process?
For me, I'm not a professional athlete. I don't have access to that.
Wait, really?
Healthcare? No, actually not. No, but I do have the.
You are deceptively tall.
Yeah, a lot of people think I'm like 5'8", 5'9". I'm like, nah, I'm kind of more so tall.
Yeah,
I'm very. Anyway,
you're like the same height.
Just about, yeah.
6'5"?
Yeah. If anything, I'd say you're more of the athlete than I am. I've seen you play basketball. I'm very impressed by how you can play. Everybody at home watching, Slightly Biased is a hooper. Don't let him just sitting here,
You guys listening
in
to
front of you talking everybody about basketball, make you think he doesn't play the game. Slightly Biased is a hooper.
You guys
he
listening?
is a mini Jokic, and I've seen it happen. His passing, his court vision, his scoring, top tier.
That's right.
But anyway, when I
didn't tell you to say that either.
Oh no, the teleprompter is actually off right now.
Yeah.
But
We'll turn it on here in a second.
Nah. But yeah, no. When I tore my ACL, it was horrible. I was in the military. I've been shot. I've been stabbed, and
You've been shot?
yeah, shot in my knee, stabbed in my lower abdomen, and
In the military or separately?
in the military. Both times happened in the military. So I was military police.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So doing saving the world, all that stuff. But anyway.
Wait,
yeah.
did you get shot like on a? Is this something you even want to talk about?
Oh yeah, I could talk about.
Okay, okay. I didn't know if this was like a thing, like what, like deployment or?
No, I was military police on the base, just doing my daily patrol. I got stabbed during a drug bust. It was a meth addict. We found out where they lived. We busted.
Active military?
Yeah, on base. And
Gotta get those guys out.
Hiding in the kitchen. I turned the corner of the island. They're crouched with like a big old kitchen knife and just stabbed me. Now I have a vest on, but the vest stops like right where my pants stop. So like that small little window, they got me. I was also very foolish and young. I was like 21 when this happened. So like I arrest them. I walk out. The knife is still in me, and they take the person from me. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm fine. I pull it out. You don't do that.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
Make sure you guys write that down.
Yeah. If you get stabbed, don't remove the knife. It has to be removed surgically. I did not know that. So I pull it out. I start losing blood. I pass out. Wake up in the hospital. I'm fine. Got stitches. I was good to go. And then, yeah. But when I got shot, that was actually a little bit more, I don't know if tragic's the right word, but there was a retired sergeant major who suffered from severe PTSD. And I got the call that there were gunshots coming from the house. So I get there, and immediately as I pull up, I hear a few plinks on my patrol vehicle. So he's shooting at me now. So I get out the car, and I'm like hiding, trying to see like where in the house is it, from the kitchen, the top floor, first floor. And then when there's like no more returning fire, I'm like, okay, let me just make a mad dash for the front door. I get hit in the knee, but I keep going. I'm full of adrenaline. I keep going. I like shoulder charge into the door. I hear some noise upstairs. I hear a few gunshots, and unfortunately, no one survived. It was him, his wife, and his son. It was very, very tragic. And, it wasn't until paramedics came and everything, and I had to file so much paperwork. That was when, like, maybe an hour and a half later was when I felt everything. When I started to like kind of calm down, the adrenaline wore off. Getting shot feels like a very hot bee sting.
Yeah.
Tearing your ACL feels like your leg's gone.
So tearing your ACL was worse?
To me, it was worse. Getting stabbed does suck for sure because it's very up close and personal. Getting shot, I mean, adrenaline, I just kind of forgot it, but it was definitely tearing my ACL because I couldn't like move. Like I fell, like I jumped up for a rebound, came down, my knee, your knee bends that way, went inward, and I just dropped. And I was heavier at this time. I lost a lot of weight, so like that didn't really help. And yeah, at that moment, I'm like, I'm done playing basketball. I'm good.
How long ago was that?
This was about right before the pandemic. It was like 2019.
And you haven't played basketball at all really since then?
Not really. I go on jogs. I go on 5Ks. I try to stay active, but like the fear of doing that again is just too strong.
Yeah, I get that. I wonder where breaking your ankle fits into that pain threshold. I'd probably say number one.
I think so.
And not even and I handled it like a champion, but
for sure. Yeah.
Like you said, getting shot just kind of feels like a warm little,
very hot bee sting.
Little hot bee sting. I mean,
it's not.
That's nothing really.
No, especially when you break your ankle. Like you have to think about it though. Like your ankle supports your entire body.
That's right.
Like so that is a very like integral part of your anatomy and your structure. So breaking that kind of breaks you down everywhere else. Really.
I'm really happy we got this backstory.
Yeah, I mean,
that's an insane story. If that happened to me, I would tell it every day.
I mean, I kind of more or less tell people the story, but more from the perspective of like, life happens, I don't talk about it in a bragging way. I don't talk about it as like, oh, I'm a survivor. I've been through so much, but more so just no matter what you've been through, because at the end of all my streams, I always, promote mental health, just make sure you're taking care of yourself. I've been through a lot, but I've came out on the other end of it. So anybody watching, if you're going through something, you can always make it out on the other end.
That's right.
And I only lost my hair.
Hey,
that's it.
And it looks great.
I think I look pretty good. I think I look like
you pull off the bald.
I'm like a young Stephen A. Smith. If he went bald.
I think I could see that.
Yeah, for sure.
I think you're more of like Michael Jordan.
Now, I find that slightly offensive.
Why is that?
I'm gonna take that somewhat personally.
Why is that? You LeBron guy?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Come on.
See, look, now everybody at home, Michael Jordan, he's great for his time period. He really is. And if you want to get into the talk of Michael Jordan versus LeBron, we can. But
no, I don't want to at all.
Perfect, because I can talk for hours. And I'm not even a big LeBron fan. Just if I have to choose between the two, with my basketball knowledge and how I look at the game, I look at LeBron over MJ only because you will never see another player as complete as a LeBron James.
Yeah. My whole LeBron GOAT argument is I didn't watch MJ.
That's also true. Me too.
That's it for me. I wasn't there. I can go back and rewatch the games.
Mm-hmm.
It's just different when you have the hindsight. And the one thing I'll always push back against is, every summer NBA TV, they always just do the courtside hardwood classics on repeat.
Yeah.
I'll just put the NBA TV on in a room. It'll just be on always. Yeah. And every now and then I'll just sit and watch. There's no way you can convince me that the 90s basketball or 80s basketball is what it is today. No. These guys are more skilled. They're more athletic. Yes. It's a harder game. And that just is what it is.
Yeah.
And that's not like a slight on the past. No. It's just sports progress.
Exactly.
Players get better.
You are a product of your era.
Yeah.
And so every time I hear like these older players complain about how all these players now are soft, and a lot of fans of basketball are starting to agree and repeat those sentiments that, oh yeah, players are soft, they're weak. I'm going to segue into Anthony Davis.
Okay,
I do not think Anthony Davis is weak. Himself, I think he is a strong player. He is a competitor, and he is very, very talented and skilled. However, it's not his fault his body can't hold up.
I agree with you.
We saw Lauri Markkanen back him down and it tore a ligament in his hand. Do you think Anthony Davis purposely tried to tear a ligament in his hand?
How does that even happen?
It doesn't happen. Or even before, earlier in the season, he had that bilateral tendinopathy with his Achilles, right? Like, that's not his fault. The only thing I would say is, Anthony Davis, you should probably get surgery when you need surgery. You avoid surgery quite a lot. Besides that, however,
the hand surgery's coming.
It definitely needs to happen. But regardless, I don't think Anthony Davis is a weak player. His body is just what it is. And we look at other players like Derrick Rose. No one calls Derrick Rose weak.
Yeah.
And his knees just could not stay with it. I'm blanking on his name. Player that played for Portland, was it Greg Oden?
Brandon Roy.
Brandon Roy.
And Greg
Oden. Yeah, no one calls them weak.
Yeah.
Their bodies just gave up. So if anything, and I've always had to kind of circle back and look inward on my own takes on Anthony Davis. He is a champion. He is proven. His career is what it is. But when you talk about weak players or soft players, they're not allowing players to fight like they did in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
You don't have, like, Draymond Green is an outlier.
Yeah.
And we see what happens when he does his antics, right? You have some players that try to be the enforcer type or try to play tough, but if the referees aren't allowing that play, then players aren't going to play that way. You're only going to do what you can get away with. Mm-hmm. And if they're not allowed to be physical, they're not going to play they're not going to play that way. So I hate that argument that, it was tougher in the 90s. Yeah, because you allow people to just punch people and shove them. You can't do that anymore. It's not basketball.
I also think it was tougher because the floor was less spaced.
Yes. There was no space.
Everyone was closer together, and you were trying to get to the rim more.
Yep.
And there was just the big plotting centers where every team had at least one. And some of them threw two guys out there at a time that were like that. Because we talk about the double big now, but the double big working in today's NBA is based around one of those guys being like uber skilled.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that just wasn't really the case back then.
No. Back then, you just needed size. I mean, how many teams went out and just got a big man just because the Lakers had Shaq?
Yeah.
You just needed somebody out there. Wasn't like Big Country? I think he played for like the Vancouver Grizzlies.
Yes.
Was the one player that gave Shaq problems, but no one ever talks about Big Country as being like this great
big
man.
Country. I mean, that's a great it's a great nickname.
I mean, I'm born and raised in Louisiana. I wish I got the name of Big Country, but it is what it is.
Is Louisiana, I don't consider Louisiana country really.
Not really. It's south. I grew up in Kenner, which is
Louisiana's like its own.
It's its own world. It's its own world. There's no other place in the world like Louisiana. I was actually just there for Christmas for the holiday seeing family, and I love going home. It's so different. I don't think I'll ever move back. But Louisiana is its own thing. You can't find another place in the world like Louisiana. No. Not even France. France wishes. They wishes. Even Canada. French Canadians wish they were Louisiana.
Well, to be fair, I was in Paris just a few months ago, and I don't know if Paris wishes it was New Orleans. To be fair, I mean, Paris is a great city, and New Orleans is a fantastic city in its own way.
In its own way. Nowhere's perfect. Nowhere is perfect, but I mean, I love just Southern cooking and the food in Louisiana.
The food is incredible.
Man, I got some red beans and rice at home right now. I made some crawfish etouffee like last week. I love it.
It's the best American food destination, I would say.
Yes.
Like, there's no other place that does it.
Nope.
And it is the best.
100%.
Cajun food, delicious.
I love it.
Where on earth? How did we get here? Oh, Jimmy Butler's ACL.
Jimmy Butler, his ACL. So that's crazy.
Well, I want to piggyback off of what you said about AD. Something you said about AD, real quick, because it's a reason why I take it pretty easy on him, all things considered. Is he frustrating? Yeah. It is. Do I want him on the team? I mean, not really. Like, if they could trade him, cool.
Yeah.
My whole stance has always been, if the return package is terrible, then what's the point?
Well, have you heard of the sunk cost fallacy?
I have, but so I feel like that's actually playing into the sunk cost fallacy because you want off of him so badly
You'll take anything.
that you take, this Siakam, Pirtle, RJ Barrett. I don't want that. That's horrible.
I'll
in my
take
opinion.
RJ Barrett.
Really? I don't want either of those contracts.
We have no scoring.
But then you're just saddled with those two contracts. If they throw picks into the mix, that's a different combo.
For sure. But I mean, just to argue your argument, if you keep AD, then we're in the second apron.
Yeah, that's true.
His contract goes up next year. And again, I understand why some fans say don't make any trades, let them get healthy and come back next season.
See, that's preposterous. You have to make trades this year.
You have to do something because of salary.
Yeah, you have to.
If you look at the money right now, we can't bring anybody back. And the
Clay
way that we're
Gafford
going,
have to be one of them.
Yeah, probably going to go and stay for Jonathan Kuminga.
That's something I've theorized. But then Kuminga gets you in this weird. Well, you're saying both in a package deal.
Both in a package
I
deal.
literally had a mock trade of that yesterday.
Boom. See?
Yeah.
Great minds think alike.
Kuminga and Buddy Hield and then a pick.
Buddy Hield, exactly. Yeah. So if you do that, but the problem is where the Mavs are right now in the salary, if you make no moves, knowing that other players' contracts are going up, we can't bring back Brandon Williams. We can't bring back Dwight Powell.
Yeah.
We can't bring back Dante Exum, which I know some fans probably think is okay.
Yeah.
But then also knowing that where this team is going, the lottery, can we even sign the rookie that we draft?
I think right now they're projected to be $4 million under the second apron right now. And that's before you get into the lottery pick contract. So if they make no moves at all, they will be a second apron team.
Yes, and then
which is not
you have nothing to show for it.
Yeah,
and then obviously we have Kyrie coming back whenever. Like they say, winter's coming. Well, Kyrie's coming whenever.
Yeah.
It is. So
I thought he'd be back by now.
I thought it was Christmas. I from all that I've heard.
I know. I was hearing from little birdies along the way too. That was like Kyrie's ramping up, like he's getting close.
So I'll spill a little tea right now.
All right, let's go. I love this.
From what I've heard from trusted sources.
Okay.
Is that his return is 100% on him.
Okay. Which I love.
He can return right now if he wants to.
Cool.
It is reasons that I'm not sure are legitimate or not. When they said in December that if the playoffs start today, Kyrie will be playing, that's true. Kyrie's progression has been very, very progressful. Like he is moving along in his progress. It's up to him on his return. They're not putting a timetable out because it's his timetable.
I like that.
So, and I also think the team's record plays a big part.
For sure.
Why would you rush back Kyrie Irving back from an ACL injury if we're still the 11th seed?
Yeah, and it's not like he's 23 years old.
No, give him all the time to recover because I'd much rather have, and he's never going to be up to 100% come back from that injury, but as close as he can to 100% for next season, sure. But like you said, we have to make a move.
Yeah, they have to do something. Now. And it's easier to do it now because it's hard in the summer to just trade into team's cap spaces. You really have to pay the price for that. But if you can trade Clay for an expiring or...
And honestly, like when we talk about trading Clay, I'm sure you agree with me. It's not that we don't like Clay. We don't want him.
100%.
I made a video the other day where I'm like, it's almost like this wonderful production that we're getting from Clay off the bench is for nothing because we're not competing. Take that to a contender where he belongs. I know Steph wants him back. I know Steve Kerr wants him back. They've both mentioned how they would love to have Clay back. And now with Jimmy Butler being hurt, maybe this does change everything.
Yeah.
Maybe Clay finally finds a way back in Golden State. He's playing excellent off the bench, a role that he didn't want in Golden State, but he's embracing in Dallas. Go back to Golden State. Go win another chip with Steph. Go get that number 5 ring where you deserve to have it.
No, I agree 100%. My stance with I think they should trade Clay isn't I don't like Clay, isn't I think he's played bad. I think Clay has played really good.
Very good.
I mean, over his last 30 games, he's over 40% from 3. Like, that's fantastic. Yeah. And it's just at this stage of his career. And he's been great here. He's never complained.
Everyone's
been a great locker room guy by all accounts. But, he's what, 35, 36?
He's about 36. I think he'll be 37 next
I want him on a contending team for
Yeah.
him. Like, I want him to go play somewhere where they got a chance.
Yeah, for the sake of basketball and for basketball fans that want to watch good basketball, wouldn't that be an excellent into his story?
Yeah.
He leaves Golden State because he's frustrated and upset. He feels like he's not being respected. He goes to Dallas where he thinks he can compete. Nico Harrison ruins all of that, but he finds his way back to Golden State, win his 5th ring in his last year of his career.
They ain't winning a ring.
I mean,
they're not winning a ring.
That's the story that you want to see.
That would be crazy though.
Yeah.
But they're not winning a ring.
No, unfortunately.
But the Jimmy stuff does open up this interesting pathway for them to maybe be the first thing I thought of, and this is just because I'm Mavs pilled, is Jimmy goes down with an injury. The first thing I think is, I wonder if they're more aggressive for AD now or something like that.
Yeah. That's immediately what I thought. Like, they were very conservative when it came to trading Draymond or Jimmy, but now it's like, no, like, you got Steph, and Steph obviously is trying to compete. He's not in his wonder years. This isn't a farewell tour for Steph. What are you going to do to make him happy? How are you going to keep him in a position to compete this year, knowing that you're sliding down the rankings in the West, knowing that Jimmy is now out, who honestly was doing a lot of the offensive workload.
Actually been great lately.
Been great, yeah.
And I've kind of shitted on him, but he's been good.
Yeah, but now it's like, you want Anthony Davis? Yeah, people would argue, why would they trade for another hurt player? But from all the reports showing that AD could be back for the playoffs for any team.
Yeah, and the Warriors have this interesting, I'm looking up this trade machine because I think they're 1-to-1 contracts, aren't they?
Yes, Jimmy for AD 1-to-1.
Because I was thinking, how does that make any sense for Dallas if there were picks involved?
Picks, you got to throw picks. You have to give me whatever picks you can get. Obviously, with our salary, we can't take on a Podzimski.
Right.
Or,
this doesn't
young player.
This doesn't help you financially.
No, but it helps you down the road. Now, two other teams that have been linked to Anthony Davis and the Mavericks a lot are Atlanta and Toronto. But
let's with the Warriors, would you, if it's Jimmy and a future pick and a future swap? Because you're not getting any players in return.
No, you're getting nothing serviceable. It's just future salary relief and draft capital now. If that is my only option and I have no real other suitors, then yeah, I pull the trigger, knowing that we're not going anywhere.
I think I'd be in on a future Warriors pick. I feel like that could be
for sure, knowing that they're honestly at the tail end of their dynasty.
Yeah,
sure. Give me your future draft capital when I know you're going to be bad.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
And I think now there's going to be this new meta in the league where maybe if the Mavs are like, I need picks right now, but I have this 2031 Warriors pick, let me go to a team that has multiple picks.
Yeah.
Give them that pick, and they can kick the can down the road.
There you go.
Yeah.
We're in an era now where the GM has to be smarter than everybody else in the organization. You look at what the Boston Celtics did, what Brad Stevens went from coach to GM. He's doing a great job. For the most part.
Have you heard my theory?
Oh, which theory?
I think Kid's going to be the GM.
Okay, yeah. So I was at the Legends game yesterday, and I was talking to some people, and they were bringing it up too. I'm like, the Mavericks organization is very much all in on like their alumni. Like, if you've been in the organization, they want to keep you around. They want you involved. Dirk was asked recently about being involved, and he thought first when his career was over, he would be, in the front office doing stuff, but now he's not really for it. We know that Ace Bailey, not Ace Bailey. Oh my gosh.
That would be crazy.
Not Ace Bailey. No. We just got somebody else on our coaching staff. He used to play for the Mavs. I can't think of his name, but I know that he's like an old school Najee Marshall type. Holy crap. Quincy AC. Oh my God.
Quincy AC.
So like ex-Mavs always
Ace Bailey's retiring. And he's
Ace Bailey's retiring. You heard it here first. But no, so Kid in the GM role, I heard rumors of that when we first fired Nico Harrison. I don't think, and I could be wrong, I just don't think Jason Kidd has like that business acumen for it.
Yeah.
Because when you see the way he talks in these press conferences, I'm not a doctor. I'm not sure when Kyrie will be back.
Genuinely hilarious guy, though.
I'm just watching the game just like the rest of you. You know what I mean? Like, I think this team did a full 360. We're in a whole different direction. It's like that. Like when you hear that, I'm like, how would you be in a meeting with the GM of the Thunder trying to get a deal done, making sure that they don't finesse you? Like, what would you say? And so I don't have a lot of faith in that. I do believe that there is a GM over there in Detroit who did wonders for the Mavericks when we made our run to the finals just 2 years ago, who could find his way back. And I do believe that's where we go.
You think it's going to be Dennis Lindsey?
I think it's Dennis Lindsey.
Okay.
I think that there is something in play. One thing that people don't understand is that Nico Harrison wasn't just the GM. He was also president of basketball operations. He held both titles. I think I could be wrong. Let me know in the chat. I want to say Dennis Lindsey is only the president of basketball operations, or he's only the GM.
He's a second in command over there.
Second in command. So he comes to Dallas, give him full access. You do it all. Now, obviously, after Nico Harrison, you don't want to just give anybody full power. There should definitely be checks and balances. Everybody needs to be involved in what moves you want to do.
And I'm available for any consulting role.
Yeah, and I'm good for bad takes. I can give you horrible ideas, so you know what to avoid.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
There you go.
But I do believe it's going to be Dennis Lindsey. I think we're going to hear something in the next, probably by March, we're going to hear more about the GM role. But I just don't think it's going to be Jason Kidd. Now, as far as our head coach, I think we got some assistants that could do a better job.
I still believe in Kidd as a coach just because I'm of the belief that I don't know how much an NBA coach really matters. Just being absolutely honest.
No, you're a game manager.
Yeah, and I think players like him. I think they play hard for him.
And that's important.
That's
for
like
sure.
90% of the battle.
And I think we can both agree that Jason Kidd is an excellent playoff coach.
Yeah, I mean,
Jason Kidd
his record does speak for himself there.
I love watching him because, a lot of people argue, Jason Kidd doesn't get emotional enough. He's not upset. He's not angry. He's just standing there. But come playoff time, Jason Kidd's animated. He's on the sidelines coaching his ass off. So, but I think having a coach that can do that also in the regular season still matters too. But like you said, I think coaches are just game managers, and I think Jason Kidd, to his credit, I'll be nice here. Jason Kidd has been better when it comes to timeouts. I remember watching us, blow a lead. We're down by 15. He finally calls a timeout. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Challenges. There are small things that he's done better with, but I think more of the X's and O's. What this team needs, because fundamentally, to start the season, the roster didn't make sense.
No.
It did not work together. Now, we're on a 3-game win streak. The season's been moving on, so maybe they're learning more. But I think a different coach can bring a different point of view for this team. It can bring on a different identity. One thing I love about this team is that they are amazing in transition.
Yeah.
The way that Cooper Flagg goes downhill and everyone just runs behind him, I love that.
Me too.
You got Max
Downhill
Christie ready to just hit a 3 above the break. Hit 8 of them last night.
That's right.
I love it. I love it.
8 of 10.
Woo!
Cormac.
The next Steph Curry. I'm telling you right now. I believe
the Max Christie trade.
Bro, the Max Christie trade may go down as the best trade in history, you know what I mean? But I knew how good Max Christie was literally off of his first game for us. I'm like, no, he's got it.
Yeah, he does. Every now and then he'll do something beyond the 3.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, please do that more.
Yeah, like you can do it. Like he also can attack the basket. Like he's very good at getting to the line.
He's got a nice step back midi.
Yeah.
Like that's a nice shot.
He's got it. And it's crazy because apparently we wanted Dalton Connect and not Max, and the Lakers said, no. You're taking
what
Max.
What the hell?
Okay.
Oh my God.
All right. What are you doing with Dalton Connect now? Nothing.
Jesus. Well, I got some shit yesterday because I said, and I still believe this, even though we're hyping up our guy Cormac right now. Someone was like, would you trade Max Christie for the Pelicans pick? I was like, yes. They have the worst record in the league.
Yeah. If that was my only path to getting that Pelicans pick, then I love you, Cormac. I love you, Max. I think you're a great human being. I think you're a great guy. But
yeah, I mean, the game's the game. This is why I could be the GM. I could be cutthroat. Hey, the game's the game, man.
Oh, yeah.
You got to understand. I got a chance to get a top 3 pick right here. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, the Wizards were trying their hardest. Hardest to get that pick from Atlanta, and they just want to do it. And ultimately, there were no picks involved in that trade, which, if you look at Anthony Davis, then it can be very similar, where we just trade him for Jimmy Butler, 1-for-1, no picks. Like, that could happen. And that would suck. No one would want that to happen.
See, like, I don't want that. Like, to me, what does that even do for me?
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'd rather just have AD and...
You may as well just... I mean, because he can play. There are times where he is available.
He's good. He's a good basketball player.
But more
frustrating,
importantly...
but good.
Yes, but more importantly, there is an issue with keeping Anthony Davis beyond the salary, beyond the injuries, is the hyper dependence of Anthony Davis. The Mavericks are about 4-13, 4-15 without Anthony Davis.
Uh-huh.
And obviously without Kyrie Irving as well. I get that. But how do we improve the roster to where we can still win a good amount of games when our good players are sitting? Because look at the Boston Celtics. They don't have Tatum, and Jaylen Brown's looking like an MVP. The Celtics are second in the East.
It's because Joe Mazzulla is a freak.
He is a madman.
And Brad Stevens is very good.
And that's what the Mavericks need. We need to have a system in place, a roster, a team, an organization where, one guy's down, we can still carry it. Now, we had that when we had Luka and Kyrie. If Luka had to sit, all right, and Kyrie we trust, and vice versa. Now, obviously, with Kyrie and AD out, you're not getting that. However, going forward, if worse comes to worse, we keep Anthony Davis past the deadline, we keep Anthony Davis over the summer, and we go into next season, full roster as is, we really need to see how good is this roster when our best players are out.
Yeah.
Because right now, we're relying on a 19-year-old rookie in Cooper Flagg to win us games.
I know. And that's just there's just going to be inherent ups and downs there.
Yeah.
Which is just natural for any rookie.
Any rookie. And we, hopefully, no fans get to this point, but you can't be upset if Cooper Flagg doesn't win you a game.
No,
a year.
Dude, that's what I when everyone's like upset the Mavs are winning, and I get that standpoint.
Yeah.
Like I those 2 Jazz games the past week where the Mavs were pulling them out, Coop's not playing. I'm like, what am I even supposed to feel about this? It makes me feel bad as a fan because I'm like, I'm not really happy.
Yeah.
Like it's a sucky place to be at as a fan. But yeah, if Coop's going out there and dropping 30 in your like that Nuggets game where he dropped 39 and 9 and
killed him.
They won the game, and there were some people who were like, man, our tank is like, dude, who gives a shit? Like, the future of your franchise is going toe-to-toe with Nikola Jokic right now.
He's hooping. Man, even
18 years old at that time,
the game against the Pistons.
Yeah.
Cooper was owning it. Like he has that in him, and it's great that we're seeing it this early. Just know that it's going to be a while till that's a more consistent thing for him. Mm-hmm. Or if maybe that's never a consistent thing, maybe that's something that he can tap into when he needs to. Because I think Cooper Flagg is more so a team player.
Yeah,
he is. I mean, his assist numbers have gone up.
That's what scares me a little bit about him.
I like it though, and I understand.
See,
as long as he has that killer instinct, though,
Franz has the same thing, and it just feels like you can never get it out of him.
But we know we can get that out of Cooper.
I know, yeah,
and we know that we can. And his assist numbers have gone up. The whole point Cooper Flag thing, which I hated at first. I hated watching Cooper Flag play point guard because, like,
Just felt bad for him.
it's not comfortable for him. But now I can admit when I'm wrong because now it looks good. He's still able to score, still able to defend, still able to initiate an offense and facilitate. And it looks good as long as we can have the right pieces around him so he doesn't have to do it all. Make sure we have bigs that can defend the paint and get rebounds. Make sure that we have shooters like Max Christie. Whatever happened to Brandon Williams' three-point shot, I don't know.
I know.
Get
Crazy.
more shooters and then have other guards just to back him up too. I don't want the Mavericks to fall into this hole like we did with Luka where we're like, hey, Luka, do everything. Why aren't you defending? You had a 30-point game, but not a 30-point triple-double. Like, I don't ever want to have a game where I look at a great performance from Coop and be like, why didn't you do more?
Yeah, that's a great point. Honestly, I agree with you 100%. Yeah. That is where we had Luka at.
Yeah.
Which is unfair to him.
And I see that with the Lakers. And I
100%.
grew up a fan of Kobe Bryant, and I hated the Lakers. Never liked him. I did not care about any other player but Kobe.
Yep.
And now that Luka's on the Lakers, I still love Luka. I still hope he has a good career and a good season just because before I'm a fan of the Mavericks, I'm a fan of basketball. I like watching great players be great. Luka is a great player. And the other day, I watched his game where he came back against the Raptors. And even though he had 25 points, even though the team won, I did not like what I saw from Luka.
No, he did not have a good game.
It was not, to his standards, not a good game. Any other player wishes they could have that stat line. Yeah. But for Luka, he's on another level, a higher echelon. And it's like, I understand that team is not built for him because he just got there.
Not built for anybody.
It really is.
That roster sucks.
Bad. And I mean, I don't think JJ Redick's a good coach at all.
Well, you know what they're calling him?
What they call him?
JJ Reddit.
Oh, wow. JJ Redick, because that's where he gets all his plays.
That's right.
You know, and I first saw that in the playoffs last year. I want to say it was like the winner go home game. And JJ Redick played the starters for the entirety of the second half. No substitutions, no nothing, no changes. I'm like, what are you doing?
Well, they didn't have I mean, that roster is bad.
The roster is
like
bad, but go to something. And even against the Raptors, the one thing I noticed with this Lakers team, and although they won the game, sure, their defense is weird. Marcus Smart is a good defender.
That game is really interesting because they gave up like 98 something points to the Raptors.
Yeah,
but I agree with you. Watching the game,
it's just like, what is this?
Yeah, they were throwing the zone out there. You could just tell that there were players that did not know where they needed to be.
No,
and the Raptors just could not make a shot.
No, and then also, you know, the credit to the Raptors, they're doing very well. Colin Murray Boyles, the truth.
He's nice.
They got him playing the 5, and he was doing a very good job until he went out.
There's a couple of those like bigs this year. YKN on the Clippers. I like him a lot.
He's really good too. This draft class was awesome.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of a lot of these players. I think obviously Cooper Flag, you're my guy, but another player that I'm a big fan of is Derek Queen. I call him Black Jokic.
Okay,
that is Black Jokic to me, and he's got it.
I've had to rain on some of the Pelicans parade because at first I agreed with you. I loved watching DQ. Like I thought I thought Jokic, like this is the closest we've seen to Jokic.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
Şengün's a little bit too athletic.
Yeah,
and they do similar-ish stuff.
Yeah,
but Şengün's a more athletic and it's a different game. Queen is like baby Jokic.
Yeah,
but defensively he's so horrifically bad.
I mean, isn't Jokic so bad?
I know, but Jokic got to a point where Queen's gonna have to get like stronger and stuff.
For sure,
and that'll all happen because Jokic just turned in. He's pudgy and everything, but he's an ox.
Oh yes,
he's strong as hell. But Jokic also has that instinctive like, I'm like in the exact right place on defense
all the time.
And maybe I get beat. You know, I don't have the quick foot speed, so maybe a guy blows past
But his
me.
positioning is always good.
Yeah, his positioning is always good. And Queen could get there. Like he's a super smart player.
Very,
very smart offensive player. And if you're that smart offensively, you're smart defensively.
Exactly.
So
yeah, but no, there's a lot of good young players. But
that's what always used to piss me off some ways about Luka defense is it's like, I know you know where you need to be.
He is a good defender. And I have argued this so many times. Luka Doncic is a good defender when he wants to be.
Okay.
And it's unfair because I've seen it and I knew it was coming that when he was in LA, the moment your flaws show, they're going to rip them wide open. And
I tried telling people that because people used to say to me, no fan base will treat a player the way you guys treat Luka. I was like, you guys are insane. I'm sorry.
First of all,
you guys are insane if you think that.
I will be the first to say right here, I have never talked about his weight. Never did.
Yeah, I don't think I really did either.
I may have talked about, people are talking about his weight. Or I said, he looks a little thin here. But I've never said, he needs to lose weight. Luka's out of shape. I've never said it. Because why? 30-point triple-double. Yeah. Be as big as you want, as long as you're producing. But when it comes to Luka Doncic and the treatment of the fans, Mavericks fans loved him. I mean, he's got a day in Dallas. I personally have friends who have named their kids Luka because, just one, but still named his son Luka because of Luka Doncic. And now the Lakers, they were so happy to have him. They thought that they were going to win multiple chips. And then Luka goes on this like press tour over the summer, showing that he's vegan. He's doing what?
He was vegan?
Maybe, I don't know. He's eating healthier now.
I can't
He's
imagine
exercising.
Luka being vegan.
Hell no, not after all the Texas barbecue he had. Hell no. Maybe avocado toast over
The
there in
festive
Cali.
feast. Do you remember that? There was that report that Luka was a festive feast enjoyer.
What?
It was one of the
That's funny.
slanderous articles.
Oh man, hey.
Anytime we went to Slovenia at a festive feast, that's literally what it said.
But I mean, when you're doing what Luka does, you can kind of eat what you want. But I knew, just because of the way that the Lakers fans treated Anthony Davis, the way that they traded who was it? Russell Westbrook. Like, they will find a scapegoat. For whatever reason, LeBron dodges all of that.
Well, he's kind of gotten on some shit.
He's getting old, so I'm sure he doesn't care.
I feel like he's in this weird spot where for a guy who came there and has actually spent more time there than any other stint, like he played more in Cleveland, but this is his longest stint with one team. He definitely doesn't get the appreciation for a guy who won a ring.
Your first ring since Kobe?
Yeah. And I kind of get it because he's not your guy.
No.
He came there in free agency late in his career.
Yeah.
And of
but
course,
still, he came here.
Yeah.
And he helped you win a chip.
Yeah, and that team was going absolutely nowhere.
Nowhere.
That's why I hate that. And I feel bad because, I'm a fan of Luka, but I cannot root for the Lakers to save my
not
life.
at all.
Like,
Rob Pelinka gets lucky. He's
Yes,
not a good
that's
GM.
the luckiest
Rob Pelinka gets lucky.
He's the worst GM in the league.
I could have had the same results if I was a GM.
I could. My grandma would have made the Luka Doncic trade.
Yeah.
She would have said, "Wait, what?" Like, yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, sure, whatever you want. And then even before the Luka trade, you are the GM of the Los Angeles Lakers. Anthony Davis. I'm sorry, even before Anthony Davis, LeBron James wants to come to LA. Oh, he already has a house here. Oh, he's got production here in LA. Oh, it makes so much sense. I understand that Magic Johnson talked to LeBron, but what was that talk other than come to LA? Okay, cool, I'll come.
You gotta go to the Clippers.
And then you go to LA. Good job, Rob Pelinka. What did Rob Pelinka do? Nothing. Oh, and then he had the great idea. LeBron had the great idea. Let me go get Anthony Davis. Rob Pelinka, you did nothing.
Nothing.
And then Russell Westbrook, even though it didn't work, you did nothing.
Horrible
Rob Pelinka doesn't do anything at all. Like it's easy when you're the GM of a market with players that want to come there. It's easy. It's like Miami.
Yes.
Back when LeBron and the Big Three and all that was going on, and even afterwards, you were still able to get people. Be the GM of the Bucks and show me what you can do.
Yeah, for sure.
Be the GM of the Wizards and show me what you can do.
Yeah. I agree 100%, man. The Lakers just were going nowhere fast. And to their credit, when you kind of go back and look at the pre-LeBron team, some of those young guys they drafted, it was like Ingram.
Yes.
Turned into an all-star. Not like a top 20 player, but
still good.
Julius Randle turned into an all-NBA player. Lonzo, if he didn't get injured.
Yeah, Josh Hart. They did have Zubac.
Clarkson. Like, they did have a bunch of solid NBA players that they drafted.
Imagine
to their
if
credit.
they stayed together.
Yeah. They got Caruso.
They had Caruso.
But then, LeBron was just like, I want to go to LA.
Oh, that's easy.
They were going nowhere. That team was not going to do shit.
Nowhere. No. They were in the lottery how many, like just year after year after year after.
And before the Luka trade, they were fucked.
Yeah.
There was no way out of what was about to happen for them.
LeBron was the best thing that happened to LA ever since Kobe retired.
Yes,
that's true.
100%.
But no, yeah. So it's just interesting when you look at the landscape of just fan bases, really, because the Lakers fans are going to turn on Luka. I've already seen it from commentators, from the media. Oh, he doesn't play defense. He's always arguing with the ref. Guess what? If you did your homework and you actually watch basketball,
you would know he always argues with the ref.
You know he does this. This is who Luka is. And so what? And again, I think we can all agree that we're not fans of Nico. No. But to his credit, to be fair,
be careful here.
And I'm being very careful. He knew what to put around Luka.
Yeah.
He did get the right pieces. PJ worked well around Luka. Lively and Gafford flourished next to Luka. You had Derrick Jones Jr., who was amazing. You had Dante, who played well. You had Kyrie, who played well. Everybody that Nico got prior to trading Luka worked well around Luka. So you get Luka, you think the job's done. Your job's not done. Yeah. Now you have to show everybody, Rob Pelinka, how good of a GM are you really? You got a superstar in Luka Doncic, but do you know what he needs? You got DeAndre Ayton, who had a great game.
Is not what he needs.
He had a great game against the Raptors, but they have no real big man. But DeAndre Ayton can also get in his own way.
Yeah.
DeAndre Ayton can also be the reason why DeAndre Ayton is not great. You get an older guard in Marcus Smart who can still play decent.
I like that one for them.
I like that. I wasn't sure, but I like that. But you still have LeBron.
Yeah.
You're not going to win with Luka and LeBron.
I think you could, but I don't think you can win with Luka, LeBron, and Reeves.
I think that Luka and Reeves can win a chip. Just not with LeBron.
God, it's
having
so
someone else
hard.
can get a bucket is important because Luka can generate so much offense for everybody. But the moment that Luka has to sit, who else can get a bucket?
Yeah,
who else is scoring?
I agree with you because last year when they were like, I saw a bunch of Lakers fans who were super gung ho about trading Reeves. I'm like, you guys, like LeBron's gonna leave at some point. Like he's 41 years old, and we did this whole thing with Luka on the Mavs. It's like you need another bucket getter on the team. Yeah. And Brunson kind of developed into that, and then they went and got Kyrie. I just worry Luka and Reeves defensively is just like so bad.
And that's when you get the right defenders.
I know, but here's the thing that people don't understand. Kyrie, not a great defender, but he tries
all the time, every play.
And that just means a lot.
Yeah.
And Reeves does try, but he gets cooked.
Oh, yeah.
And Kyrie, even in the older age, is more athletic and able to move his feet better than Reeves.
Yes. And the fact that Kyrie can also, like, he has for whatever reason, there's people that don't believe this, but Kyrie has an amazing post game.
Yeah.
For as short as he is.
Yeah, Kyrie's just he's a GOAT skill.
The GOAT.
I mean, there's nobody.
Most skilled player I've ever seen. But yeah, but when it comes to.
Have you you've seen him in person, right?
I've actually never seen
really?
Kyrie in person, yeah.
Oh, we got to change that.
I would love to meet Kyrie. Actually, during my last 24-hour stream, I was supposed to have Gafford and Kyrie come on over the summer, but Gafford had like LASIK eye surgery, so he couldn't like be around to do anything. And then Kyrie, it was all set, and then something came up last minute.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dang, maybe next time. I would
Maybe.
love to meet Kyrie. He's my favorite player.
Yeah, I know. I think he's my favorite player to watch.
He's just
too.
awesome. And I think also,
but seeing him in person,
oh dude,
is literally nuts.
Really?
Especially if you're kind of close, because it really stands out. Like, oh, he is way smaller,
really,
than anybody else. I mean, he's like 6'2", but like on the NBA on an NBA floor, and he's like isoing against these like 6'8" wing defenders, and the shots, the angles. It does not make sense.
No.
So it makes sense when you see him close. It's like, oh, this is why everyone thinks like every NBA player is like, oh, Kyrie's the best.
He's
like he's the most skilled player.
Most skilled.
Because it doesn't make sense the shit that he pulls off.
No, I still remember that hook shot over Jokic.
Yeah.
Dog.
The game winner, the lefty.
That game winner.
Lefty
oh my God,
hook shot from like 15 feet away.
Crazy. Oh my days.
Go to, like, even if you're not a basketball player, go to your local LA Fitness and try to do an offhand hook shot.
Impossible. I can't do it. A couple tries maybe, but
I mean,
doing it with the clock winding down, pressure.
Contested too, over a center. I mean, unreal. That shot is so unbelievable. Yeah, I hope Kyrie comes back soon because I think he'll be great for Cooper. Like, I really think he'll help maximize Cooper a million times.
Oh, for sure. I think that Kyrie. Now let's talk about Kyrie real quick.
Okay.
I love Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
Before Kyrie, Kobe was my favorite player. When he retired, I already knew my favorite player is now Kyrie Irving. Aside from just being the most skilled player I've ever seen, Kyrie Irving is also just a great human being.
Yeah.
A great person. Whatever happened in Brooklyn, I didn't believe it. Whatever happened in Boston, I didn't believe it. I did not buy into that. He is a good human being who has a good heart. And for this Dallas Mavericks team, you got to do right by Kyrie because if you trade AD, if you move Clay, if you start to make moves, you have to be clear and intentional with the direction of this roster. Are we rebuilding or are we retooling? Is Kyrie okay with a rebuild? And if so, then cool. Keep him for Coop. Keep him for the next rookie that we're about to get. Keep him for Max Christie and all the guys because what he provides as a veteran is invaluable. I don't think there's a better veteran for this team other than Kyrie Irving. And just having him also as like a personal coach for Cooper Flagg and all the other guys is very important too. And what he's going to do for this team is going to be great. However, what do we do with Kyrie if things don't get better?
Yeah, I mean, my thing that I've said is if I were the GM, one of the first things I would do is just have a sit down with Kyrie. Because if Kyrie wants to stay here, he can stay here.
For sure.
And retire here.
You can, you can have whatever you want, stay however long you want. Cool. Love it.
Like that's I would not just trade Kyrie.
No.
I mean, unless some team just threw some stupid ass shit.
That New Orleans pick?
Yeah, but I mean, that's...
That Pelicans pick?
The Pelicans pick, I would trade anybody but Cooper for. I mean, that's just the truth. Anybody but Cooper.
Yeah.
Because that's a real chance at franchise-altering stuff.
This upcoming draft is where we find Cooper's running mate.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and depending on how much you believe in some of these guys, maybe we find Cooper's Batman.
Exactly.
Like, and that's not a slight at Cooper, but if Darren Peterson
if he's better than
is
Cooper,
as good as he looks like he is, that it could be the truth.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I would say, and if Kyrie came to me and was like, yeah, you know, I'm getting older, I want to play on a serious team, then okay, we'll work out a trade, and that'll be that. Yeah, like that's how I would take it because he's been
amazing.
He's been amazing here. He's done everything the Mavs have asked him to do. He's been a great locker room guy.
No problems. We've heard nothing.
Anything I've ever heard about Kyrie is like everybody adores him, but like everyone loves him.
Yeah.
In the locker room.
He's a great guy. to the organization, the players, and the
He did have some. I mean, Brooklyn, there was some missteps. Like
and he's owned up to it. Like he understands that I made mistakes, and we're all human. We all make mistakes.
Yeah,
and it's the fact that he can acknowledge those and own up to them just adds to the fact that he's a great person.
Yeah,
like I've made mistakes. I've said things I should not have said, but we're all people. We're all human.
I think this is a different conversation for a different day. But I think Kyrie's the rightful mistrusting of the big people.
Yeah.
And that can lead you down some interesting pathways.
It can. Yes, it can. But
it comes from a rightful place of
yes.
I do not trust our government.
Oh yeah. A conversation for another day, but I know exactly what you're saying. But yeah, no, the NBA overall during this trade season, it's getting very interesting. You've got teams ready to make moves. You got teams that are maybe hesitant to make moves. But there are some teams that I truly do believe that are very close to going in the right direction if they just make up their mind. And one team that I'd love to talk about right now is Utah Jazz.
Okay, interesting.
They do have talent on that team.
I think their young talent's overrated.
Nope. I think they're perfectly rated.
You think Keontae, what's the young core in your mind?
So they got Keontae George.
Like set in stone, these guys are
set in stone. Keontae George. Okay. I still have faith in Ace Bailey for now.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not going to write off after half a season. I think things need to change in order for it to work for him.
Yeah.
I think Keontae George, Ace Bailey, that dude's sensible.
He can shoot lights out.
He's a hooper.
He can shoot.
All right. And you still got
Ice Price.
Walker Kessler.
That's right. You kind of forget about him.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I like Lauri Markkanen a lot. They can get so much for him.
Okay.
You can move Lauri to really get this team moving in the right direction. Otherwise, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
One of my big predictions when I did 2026 year predictions was I thought the Jazz would do 2 big summer trades. That helped them get better.
Yeah, but look at us. I mean, and who's their GM again? It's
fucking Danny Ainge.
Yeah, and he is probably one of the worst GMs to do business with.
Yeah,
always want to play hardball. But
I think he's overrated.
I also think so too. Yep.
I think their young core is really interesting to me because I really like them all.
Yeah.
In terms of offensive guys, Keontae George has been phenomenal this year, and I believe in him.
Mm-hmm.
Sensabaugh is this interesting player because when he's hot, and his shot's incredible. None of those guys play defense. And not only that, but they're terrible.
Oh yeah, the fact that we beat them twice is one thing, but the fact that we had over 140 points in both games. Yeah. There's no defense. I think Ace Bailey again. If you utilize Ace Bailey
could become a good defensive player.
He could be their anchor easily. He's got the size for it. He's got
anchor defensively.
I think he can do it. And you've played basketball, so you can agree with me with this. That defense, half of
LA Fitness hero.
Half of defense is effort. You have to just try. The other half is having the IQ and knowing where to be, your position, where you need to move, obviously, but you have to just try.
He's got good measurables.
He does. And it's up to him whether or not he reaches that.
Yeah.
But
I think he could be like a KD type defender where he's not an anchor, but probably a better defensive player than people realize. Like prime KD and even recent KD, he had some stretches on the Suns where he's by far their best defensive player. Okay. And it's KD's a better defender than you think he is.
Oh, yeah.
Anchor though, Walker Kessler is a good defender.
Walker Kessler is.
Honestly, I forget about him all the time.
He's been out all year.
I know,
I forget about him too.
Anytime we talk about the Jazz, I forget Walker Kessler is there. I'm like, oh yeah,
they have the skeleton of what can work.
I would love for them, and I have to do some more research in the draft and figure out who are some two-way demons.
Yeah.
In this draft, I know Darren Peterson's a good defensive player, and that'd be great if they could get him.
Boozer.
See, you're a Cam Boozer guy.
Oh, I'm a big
the
Boozer
draft
guy.
nerds love him.
Yeah.
I mean, his advanced stats, I see him every now and then, are nuts.
Yeah, crazy.
That's one of those overthinking things because people are like, oh, he's small. It's just dude, this guy just does it.
He just knows what he's doing. But obviously, you got to see how it translates because even though everyone was high on Cooper,
I feel like these guys always translate though.
They do, but
when you dominate at that
level,
yeah.
But at the same time, though, with Cooper Flagg, he had a very good. I'll say he had a very good year in college.
Great year.
For what it was, but I think he translates better than he did in college.
See, that's how I feel about the Bonza because some people look at some of his stats and are worried, but I just imagine him
he'll play better
with NBA spacing.
Yeah,
and his ability to drive. I'm like, that guy will look better in the league.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
But I'm a Darren Peterson guy, 100%.
See, I'm really high on Boozer, but if we don't get top 3, I am very high on Kingston Flemings.
Okay, my community loves Kingston Flemings.
I want to say it was a little bit after Christmas. I was just watching some footage and just looking at some stuff and
looking at what my Red Raiders.
But if we're going to look at guards, Michael Brown Jr. is a name that people talk about. I don't like him. At least I don't think that he's what we need. I don't think he's efficient enough. I don't think that his numbers may look good, but it's just not efficient enough.
Is he he's Arkansas guy?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not like super into the draft stuff just yet.
I usually wait till like March when I tune in. But yeah, no, I want to say Michael Brown Jr. He's over there in Arkansas Razorbacks, and then you got Kingston Flemings, who's at Houston. Yeah, Fleming's another player that people have been putting me on to. He's really good, but I really do believe in Kingston Flemings. I think he's a very efficient scorer. I think he's an amazing playmaker, and he fits what we need. He can take a lot off Cooper Flagg's plate. He can learn a lot playing behind Kyrie Irving. And with the way our salary is right now, we may lose Brandon Williams.
Yeah, it's possible.
We may not even convert Ryan Nembhard, which is weird.
That would be weird.
Because, I mean, we can convert him if we just get rid of Dante, and they're not going to waive Dante. So
we'll see in the next few weeks what happens.
Yeah, until the deadline.
Yeah. Flemings gets after it defensively. I'm assuming these Houston guys always do.
Yeah.
If you're playing there, you're getting
like
after it.
For his size, it is good.
That's like I'm trying to think of some of those Houston guards. Sasser, Shed.
Yep.
Those guys all small. And Fleming's what, like 6'3"?
He's like 6'3", yeah. So he gets after it.
Those guys are like legitimately 6 foot. The two guys I just mentioned. Yeah. Those guys at least like scrappy defenders.
Yeah.
No, I'm this draft seems really exciting. It is. Caleb Wilson, some people are stupidly high on.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, some people think he's like a top 3 guy.
Really?
And some people are like really low on DeBonza.
See, it's always going to be interesting come draft time because there's names that you didn't hear about that wind up being amazing.
Yeah.
And there's players that everyone's talking about were like, Like I remember, Scoot Henderson.
What's great about the draft is there's guys who, from this past draft class, who still haven't done anything that will end up being great players.
Oh, for sure.
Like that, it's always funny how that works.
Yeah, every player has their own path, their own trajectory of where they're going to end up being. Some players jump out the gym day one. Some take a while. But for me, at least, I think a player that not surprised me, but I am surprised at how well he's been playing is Con Knuppel, however you say his last name. Knipple. But
it's weird. You got to go with the nipple route, but it is what it is.
Con Nipple. But no, he is amazing. I forgot whose podcast it was, but Theo Pinson was on it. And they were arguing about Con Knipple versus VJ Edgecombe, meaningful basketball versus you have the green light to do whatever. And they're like, the argument that was made was that VJ is better than Con because he's playing alongside Tyrese Maxey and Paul George and Joel Embiid, but he's still able to put good numbers. Whereas Con Knipple, who is on the Hornets, he isn't really playing behind a lot of these top names. He is kind of being forced to be their best player, but I'd argue that he's showing you who he is regardless. Wins or losses, he's going out there playing hard and showing you who he is.
I would push back on that immediately because he's playing off of LaMelo and they're playing really well. And that Hornets team is like sneaky, pretty good. They're like a league average team.
Didn't they just beat the Thunder? Some team recently? They beat somebody recently.
They beat the Lakers.
The Lakers, that's what I'm thinking about. Yeah. So
they have a better net rating than the Lakers on the season.
They still have Miles Bridges. They still have Brandon Miller, who I feel like a lot of people forget about.
He's been playing pretty good lately.
He's awesome. He's in my fantasy team. Love it.
I forgot. We're in a fantasy league together, I think, and I don't think I set my lineup one single time. That's my bad, guys. If any of my league mates are listening.
Yeah, I think we matched up first week, and after that, I'm like, all right, I'll just let it rock.
That's on me. Some stuff came and went, and then a few weeks later, I was like, oh my god, I haven't set. And then it was just like, well, I haven't done it for the last 3 weeks, so whatever.
It is what it is. But yeah, like this draft that we just had, a lot of good talent, a lot of deep talent.
Yeah,
but also.
I'm looking at it right now.
Guys
Jeez,
have been awesome.
Yeah,
amazing. I can't remember his name, but he plays for the Nuggets.
Oh, Spencer Jones.
Yes,
but he's second year guy. But yeah,
really,
yeah, he was there last year.
Then there's another guy I'm thinking about on a different team, but no, yeah,
Danish. Like, there's a bunch of two-way guys. Like the Pistons got Danish Jenkins. Who I don't know if he's a rookie or not. I don't think he is. But yeah, the teams are getting pretty good at this.
Yeah, and that just shows you that.
And if Rob Pelinka wasn't an idiot. He like Musa Cisse would have been on the Lakers or one of these like just rim running centers.
Yeah,
you would have watched 1 second of Mavs basketball and be like, oh, we just need or even Jackson Hayes at times last year. It's like, we just need someone who can set a hard screen and just sprint to the basket.
Musa Cisse,
that's
him right there.
That is Musa Cisse. And it's like Ayton. Awesome. That was one thing I saw all summer. I was like, Ayton is not a fit for Luka. Like you can look at all the pick and roll numbers you want, but then go and watch his pick and rolls. Yeah. He hangs right around the free throw line.
Yeah.
Like, Luka likes the Gaffords, the Dwight Powells. Like, I'm sprinting to the rim.
Exactly. And that's not Ayton. You got to kind of keep him closer to the basket as possible.
He's one of my least favorite players ever. And I feel bad, but
there's no drive.
I know.
There's no drive.
That just is so frustrating because he's built like a
He's got skill for it.
He's like if Jalen Duren.
Yes.
Like, Jalen Duren works on his game and is a motherfucker, man.
He's awesome.
And he's blossomed into one of the best centers in the league. Like, that could have easily been Ayton.
And I like the way that Jalen Duren has progressed, and it almost feels like it was overnight.
Yeah,
because we've seen where the Pistons were over the last.
It really
years.
was in the middle. It was like in the middle of. It wasn't even over the offseason. It was
like last year.
Early last year.
It was last year.
Early last year was like, yeah, Duren. I don't know. He might be a trade guy. And then like out of nowhere in February, March, him and Cade just started popping off.
Yeah, it was that chemistry. But shout out to Cade Cunningham. Dallas native.
That's right.
Arlington.
Technically, yeah,
he'll find his way back home. They always do, right?
No,
they always find their way back home.
They never do. I was actually thinking about this. I was like, how many times have the Mavs had like real Dallas guys?
Well,
on the roster?
Miles Turner's
PJ,
from the area. You know what I'm saying? I have a friend that went to high school with Miles Turner.
Let me tell you my favorite AD trade, and it involves Miles Turner.
Really?
Because I love it for both sides.
Let me hear it.
Well, actually, I don't love it for the Bucks, but I do think that they're like desperate enough to maybe try it.
When it comes to the Bucks and Giannis, and I'm glad that you brought this up because I can really go off on the Bucks and Giannis. If I was a Bucks fan, I would be tired of Giannis.
Okay,
because how many times every year does he do this?
Yeah, he does, and it is annoying.
And it's just his way of forcing the organization to make a trade.
I know,
but as a fan, you're like, well, does he
year.
want to leave? Is he going to go? What's going to happen? But he's doing this to make.
And he knows
trade.
what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing.
What he's doing.
Oh,
let me tell you my AD trade.
Let me hear it.
AD to the Bucks.
Okay.
Kyle Kuzma's shit ass contract comes to the Mavs. Whatever.
Yeah.
Miles Turner to the Mavs.
Okay.
But then the Mavs reroute Miles Turner to Chicago.
Okay.
And then Vucevic, expiring contract, comes to the Mavs. And the Mavs get future Bucks picks.
Okay. I like that. And I don't know about you. I'm a fan of Big Vooch.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Like, I think he could be a pretty interesting center next to have next to
Lively
Cooper
or
for the next 3 months.
Yeah,
for
next 3 months.
Like
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think Vooch. I think there were expectations for Vucevic to kind of be more than what he is.
Yeah,
but
I mean, he's just older and contract now.
It is what it is. So yeah, salary relief and sure, put him next to Coop, space the floor a bit more. It'd be nice because spacing is an issue that we have from time to time.
For sure,
we get a little bit crowded on the wings. It's weird.
There's some people who think a floor spacing big is bad for a player's development, and I heard their argument, and I kind of get it.
Really?
Yeah, because it's almost like a cheat code.
I mean, if that's the identity of the team and that's the style that you want to play, then get used to it. But I also can see the argument of where you might need a traditional big to learn how to run the pick and roll,
right?
How a big man is supposed to be played. So I get that as well.
Because KP, like if KP, for example, is he's not rolling to the rim hardly ever. He's popping 30 feet away from the basket.
Every time.
And so like that's your only read as a pick and roll ball handler. Yeah. So playing like off of a guy who actually rolls to the rim is you get to see all the different defensive looks. I kind of got their argument actually.
I see it.
It made some sense to me. But yeah, and I agree with you about Giannis. I mean,
it's frustrating. Like every year we do the song and dance of how you want to win, you want to be for a winner, and if we're not winning, and he words it differently every year. And then it forces trades. It forced Middleton out. It forced Dame out. And you got Miles Turner, but now you're still not happy. And then what they were booing the Bucks at home the other day, which is very, very dangerous for fans to do for your own team. But
I mean, and yesterday they beat the Hawks, but they almost blew
CJ McCollum beat the Hawks. So let's be honest. CJ McCollum, who has been playing excellent for Washington. CJ McCollum himself beat the Hawks, and that's crazy.
I can't believe the whole CJ McCollum thing. It's insane to me.
The Hawks got fleeced? ?
It's funny because in yesterday's game he was a plus 17.
How?
But the end of the game is like, why are you taking that shot, bro? Like nobody wants you to take that shot on this team.
Where did you practice this shot? Who told you to make that shot? You know what I'm saying? Like that's insane. But Giannis.
No, I agree. If KOC kind of theorized on my show last week that Giannis wants the Bucks to trade him, and he doesn't want to be the one to ask for it.
He doesn't want to be the bad
But
guy.
he's in such a rare spot for a star where it's like, dude, you could do it. And nobody would blame you at all.
Nobody would blame you at all.
Like, you've been there for, over a decade. You've won a ring.
You won a chip. You got your MVPs. You did right by the organization.
And everyone looks at the team's like, his team's trash, and there's no way out of it.
They were knocked out the first round, 3 years in a row?
Yeah. And to be fair, he's been hurt.
Every time.
And KFC also kind of theorized something interesting is it's like, if you're the Bucks, because I say if you're the Bucks, like, you don't have your picks. You're a small market. Like, as long as Giannis doesn't demand a trade, like, what are we going to do? But he was like, do you maybe get ahead of it and just trade him before he really dictates the situation? Well, and I thought about it more. I'm like, he has had calf injuries a lot.
Yes. Well,
so maybe you just get ahead.
The way you do that is if you're Milwaukee, you hire Nico Harrison.
Yeah, there you go.
Because who else can make a trade without anyone seeing it?
What's the Lakers expiring? Vando, Maxi Kleba.
Go ahead.
Gabe Vincent.
Go ahead. Get him.
Maybe a future first for Giannis.
For Giannis. I think that's a fair deal.
Yeah. You get Vando's defense.
You get Vando's defense.
Maxi's defense.
Maxi can space the floor.
That's right. Yeah. He still can.
I mean, Gabriel Vincent is still.
He can still go out there.
Of course. I saw him the other night. Good defense.
That's where Maxi's at right now. I'm like, Maxi could still step out onto a court.
Yeah,
and
that's
move
about
his
it.
legs.
Look, I used to get so much heat for my, I guess my analysis of Maxi for us, and the only thing that fans would argue against me is he can still play defense. Can he?
My Maxi thing was always, yeah, I get all of it, but you know what? I've seen this guy turn up in the playoffs like multiple times.
For sure.
So I'm kind of cool with him.
But when we made it to the finals, albeit he got hurt on the way there, but
that's right.
I remember fondly, and maybe I'm just different from everybody, but I remember fondly in that first round against the Clippers, James Harden hitting like 6 floaters over Maxi, and I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Well, to be fair, that was their strategy.
Yeah, just attack Maxi because the defense isn't there.
No, to let Harden shoot those floaters. Because it's like this really weird James Harden thing where he's such a talented scorer, but his floater numbers are terrible.
And he just kept doing it.
But it was just that one game, and it worked the other.
It was that one game, yeah, but I don't know. Like, I remember prime Maxi alongside a prime Dorian Finney-Smith. That used to get me out my seat.
I mean, dude, that 2022 Jazz team.
Oh, my God.
Like Maxi Kleba.
Man.
I'm a defender of some of these ex-Mavs role players. I've always was a defender of Dwight.
I'm a huge Dwight defender.
I mean, the guy plays his ass off, man. Like,
stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's Dwight Powell.
Like
He's always ready.
The guy literally plays so hard all the time.
How many times is this man getting hit and doesn't miss
time?
time?
That game last time was crazy.
He was getting destroyed. Just banged around everywhere.
Manslaughter, man.
Like, I don't know if he's going to have kids one day, but I mean,
I don't know,
Dwight
man.
Powell, like,
I hope he's recovering well today.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
He deserves it. But no, I've always... For a while, I got frustrated with Dwight Powell until I realized, you know what? He has a role, and it's important, and I'm glad that he's here. Because
I would get frustrated with him, but my thing was always like, it's not his fault.
It's not his fault at all.
He's starting. Like, yes, we all know he probably shouldn't be the starting center, but the front office hasn't gotten a center.
Yes.
So it's not his fault.
He has to be. You know, he's put in that position. But even off the court, like whenever the Mavs are doing, outreach programs or just stuff in the community, Dwight Powell is literally always there.
Yeah.
Dwight Powell's a great guy. You don't hear anything bad about him. No. A lot of players speak highly of Dwight Powell. I would love to meet him one day and just let him know, like, yo, fans rock with you. I don't know how he may feel about it, but real fans rock with Dwight Powell. And if anybody watching right now has anything bad to say about Dwight Powell, you're not a real fan. You're not a real MFFL if you're disrespecting Dwight Powell.
But a lot of people do, and it's really sad.
It's messed up because what did he do?
I used to defend Tim too, like very frustrating.
Oh man,
but I would defend him. Well, I didn't defend him, but before he left, I was like, the volume 3-point shooting is actually a skill in the league. Like just having a guy who's like, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna shoot 12 times.
The confidence of Tim Hardaway is needed.
Yes, it is. And
just let it fly.
I got he had to leave because of his contract. I got all of that, but I was like, I mean, you got to replace him. You got to find somebody, and then they went and got Clay, obviously. But it was like you got to find somebody who can shoot.
Yeah, I mean, we had Grimes.
Yeah, Grimes is the same way, actually, where it's like, I don't give a shit. I'm going to shoot this ball.
Let it fly. And, there's a lot of Mavericks role players that it was frustrating because, and I'll speak for myself here, it was frustrating because we were like living or dying by these guys.
Yeah.
But it's also because you had Luka Doncic who could make these guys look so great. I remember when we had Boban Marjanovic as our starting center.
Bro, Boban played 30 minutes in Game 7.
Bro.
Insane.
I love Boban.
Yeah.
With all my heart. He is amazing. And we also had Tim Hardaway Jr., again, Dorian Finney-Smith, who's probably my favorite ex-Mav of all time.
Oh, yeah. Dodo's
I love Dorian. He is amazing. The three-point barrages that he would have, the defense that he would play, just the nitty-gritty. I understand you had to trade for Kyrie. I love you, Dorian. I do, but I understand it. But Dorian was great. Maxey was great. We had even Reggie Bullock. I love when we had Reggie Bullock.
Reggie.
I mean, Harrison Barnes.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a reason why Harrison Barnes torches us every time because we traded him during a game.
I actually think that should happen more.
I find it interesting.
In baseball, it happens. They'll pull guys. They'll pull guys off the field, and they're like hugging in the dugout, and they get traded. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting element.
That would be funny.
Like that happened with Trey.
Well, yeah, but he wasn't playing that game.
I know, but it was kind of crazy to see him walk out into the tunnel.
He was like, all right, I'm out.
Like that, I think it's an interesting little. Dynamic. Let me get to some of these super chats before I forget them. Paul with the 5. I don't think it's a Mavs Digest dude because he didn't spend 10 minutes telling us his sub views numbers before he talked.
Oh yeah, so we're currently sitting at 24,200.
Wait, is he shit talking you?
No. He's reminding me that I have to do something. So if you don't mind, camera 4 real quick. We're currently sitting at 24,222 subscribers. You know we got a goal of 25K.
Okay.
So if you want to be up to date on everything Mavericks related from our live streams, our watch-alongs, news vids, injury updates, trade rumors, subscribe. It helps us get to the goal of 25K. Appreciate you, chat. Want to make sure I hit that.
There you go. That's a great goal. Where are you at? 24?
24.
Oh, you'll get to 25 easily in the next few weeks with trade season.
Oh, for sure. Well, if we do anything,
Yeah, I know, but still, people love to speculate.
Of course.
It's the most fun part.
It is.
Andrew with the 2, trade Steph for J-Dub.
I mean,
that's kind of hilarious.
J-Dub's hurt right now.
Yeah, J-Dub is hurt.
Like, I like J-Dub. I'm actually very impressed by him. He used to frustrate me because I'm like, ain't no way this dude's that good. Ain't no way this guy's that good. And I kept watching him like, you know what? I got respect for him.
Yeah.
I respect his game a lot.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, my community's ready to shit on me right now for it because I did some stupid-ass video where I was like, I think Bleach Report did a top 25 under 25 list or something like that, and I did my own, and I had J-Dub over Cooper.
I mean,
but then I walked it back almost immediately after because I was like, you know what? Actually, I thought too much about it. Like it's a future ranking. Like obviously, I'd have Cooper over J-Dub, and then they always say J-Tub over me. That's what they always say.
So disrespectful.
J-Tub, and I mean like the Chitely, they changed it now, and now it's Chudley.
Man, your community just puts.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like it's just
they just talk about how I'm bald. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I shaved my mustache very thin one time, and I looked just like Tim Hardaway Sr. You know, so I get the black Mr. Clean sometimes.
You know, if you can pull off bald, you can pull off bald.
Oh, for sure.
Like it's a rare thing.
Yeah, I used to have this really big, gross, homeless man beard, and it was actually in the playoffs when we were playing against the Thunder, and it was Game 6 halftime, and I told my chat I'm going to shave my beard to make sure we win this. If we're down at half, and we were down, I'm like, all right, I'm shaving it. I pull out the little barber's cape, I get my clippers, and I shave it on stream, and we won. I'm like, it was worth it, and I never grew back.
That is incredible.
I never grew back.
That is actually incredible.
Sacrificed the beard for a finals run, and I don't regret it.
Game 6?
Game 6.
I was at that game. It was crazy.
Oh, man, it was awesome.
That's actually hilarious that you did that. I love that.
I do it for the Mavs. I don't even do it for myself.
I think I've said before I would shave my head if something, but I forgot what it was.
See, you have really nice hair.
I know, and I would not shave. It was like the Mavs win the finals, but it wasn't the year they were going to the finals. It was like last year.
Oh yeah, after the trade, we win. Sure.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll shave my head. I don't give a shit.
And what's crazy about
I can say whatever I want.
And what's crazy about that trade is, from what I've heard and what I've seen, it's like there were a lot, and I think it's fair to say there were a lot of lies spoken from Nico in the front office after that trade. There was some
two-way lying. I'll just throw that out there, but I won't go too much.
It was purely trying to win last year. It was a trade just to win that year.
Yeah.
It was not. There was no future goals or vision past that season. They thought that was an instant win.
Yeah, they thought that made them 100% better last year.
We were injury ridden, and we were sliding by the deadline. What made you think this? What? And I've had conversations with my dad, who is a Heat fan, and very frustratingly so. But we've had conversations, and I may get flamed for this, but I understand it. If you have to trade Luka, I get it. Your return has to work.
Yeah.
Agreed. And it was just a return.
Yeah.
Like that's all it is.
I agree 100%. I agree that there's a world where you could have talked me into a Luka trade.
Yeah.
But not for Anthony Davis, Max Christina first.
No. And
for 7 first-round picks and 2 young players, okay.
Then we're going somewhere. But also, and it's not necessarily because AD is horrible, but also got to think about from a coaching standpoint, you just took away the engine of your Corvette for another row of seats.
Yeah.
And Anthony Davis, what are you doing? You're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
How can Jason Kidd coach a team that was centered around Luka Doncic, now having to take out that centerpiece? You have AD. Does he fit the center spot? If not, then where does he fit? And I feel like there's should be conversations between GMs and coaches when roster changes happen to make sure the coach knows what he's going to be doing moving forward. I still to this day don't fully know Kidd's. I go back and forth on it all the time, how much Kidd knew. So what I think and what I do know is that there was shared frustration across the org, but I don't know if Kidd was directly involved with the trade talks. So let me tell you something. And I talk to people,
little birdies,
little birdies.
Sometimes they're wrong.
Sometimes they're wrong.
We have to preface that,
of course, and take it with a grain of salt. But I only share with what I believe in, and what I believe and what I was told is that Jason Kidd was only informed when it was too late. Same as Mark Cuban. That is to be true.
Okay, so I believe that, but I think my thing is I feel like there was a shared frustration.
Oh, for sure. Because it's also
that made Nico think, oh yeah, everyone was on board with this.
Of course. But then also, because yes, I would be dumb to think that everybody just loved Luka. No one was frustrated by anything. No, I'm sure there were frustrations. Everybody's upset with any player at any point in time.
Yeah.
So that happens, but it's not to the point where you trade them. However, it also got to a point, a little birdie told me, that Jason Kidd tried to quit when the trade went through and had to be coerced and, promised things to stay. So back to what we said earlier about the GM job would make everything very interesting if it were to be true. But when it comes to that trade, any trade, when you trade away a focal point, I think talking to the coach makes sense, because how are you going to coach moving forward? Is AD going to bring the ball down? Is AD going to create for other people? No. Then who is? Kyrie? I love Kyrie, but there are things that Luka does that Kyrie can't, and there's things that Kyrie does that Luka can't. So you're messing with basketball at this point.
I know. Like, that was just a dumbass trade through and through. I mean, there's no defending it. There's no point in relitigating it for the millionth time. But to go back to the trade stuff for J-Dub thing, that's an interesting 2K trade. If you're like owning the Warriors, you're like, I'm going to rebuild entirely.
Yeah, why not? I mean, and then you also tell Steph, hey, Steph, you want to win again? All right, go to the Warriors.
I actually don't think the Thunder would do that.
No. I think the Thunder are very much set on their vision, because a lot of the moves that they've made haven't really been, we're forced to go in this direction, or, we're trying to recover of our stumbles, right? Like, they're never trying to correct. They're just going the course. They traded away Russell Westbrook. They traded away Paul George. They got those picks. They got Shea. They built around Shea. They kept getting picks. They kept drafting well. They traded away players that maybe didn't fit. They got players that fit better, like a Alex Caruso, like a Hartenstein, to fit around Chet. So if anything, the Thunder just do what the Thunder want to do. Like, they've got their game plan, and they're sticking to it, and they're not deviating.
My community knows how I feel about them. So I'll just let you have the floor on that, because you're 100% right.
Well, yeah.
TGK, what up, TGK?
Hey.
With the 5, we are seeing the top 2 GOATs in Dallas Mavericks content creations. That's right. Salute to the fellas. Salute to you, TGK.
Of course. That's my homie.
I got a TGK on here. I was kind of thinking it'd be fun around the trade deadline to have like you, TGK, a couple other like Mavs creators just to come here and sort of like
that'd be awesome.
Reminisce on the trade and everything.
Yeah. That would be awesome. I would be down for that.
That I haven't said anything yet, but I was thinking about that a few days ago.
It'd be nice. Yeah. Because
Because I remember TGK called me like 3:30 that morning.
Really?
Yeah, like after I finished my stream, he's like, "Hey, I'm live right now. Are you cool talking?" I was like, "Yeah, for sure."
Dude, that was insane. I was doing something not even basketball related. I have a super secret YouTube channel where I just game.
Oh.
It's kind of dead right now.
Super secret.
It's not really super secret. I'm a big nerd. For those that don't know I talk about basketball, but I'm not cool at all. I am a huge nerd. I played Pokemon.
Okay.
A lot of Pokemon. And so like I would do like,
there's nothing nerdy about that anymore.
I love Pokemon. I grew up on it. That's my childhood.
Yeah.
But like I would do like playthroughs, and I'd record videos and upload them, and just for fun, just something on the side, nothing too crazy. And so I'm recording the first video for this channel, and my phone keeps buzzing, and so like I don't even look at it. I just throw it on my bed. And then like I get notifications on my computer on Microsoft Teams, and my network is trying to reach me like, Marcel, answer your phone. I'm like, what? Luka's been traded. Huh? No. Like, I don't believe it right away. And so I go on Twitter, and the first thing I saw was, oh, it's fake. So I'm like, guys, I don't think this is real. No, it is. Check Shams. I'm like, so I go to Sham's page. I'm like, oh, crap. So yeah, so while trying to, soft launch my super secret Pokemon channel, Nico traded Luka. So I was also upset because of that.
So now that the channel is just tainted in your mind forever.
Yeah, I don't even want to go back to it. It's just that memory is just right there. I think the last video was like, I don't know, March of last year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I always want to do gaming content, but then it's just I know I'll never be able to commit to it.
It's
like a time sink, and
yeah.
And then my community was like, "Dude, we want to see it," and then I'll do it, and then nobody's fucking there.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what the people really want, right? Yeah, it's like because I have people tell me, "Oh, you need to do this." I'm like, if I did that, no one would watch.
Yeah, I know.
And so like,
everyone's like, "Dude, play this game." I'm like, "Yeah, for 20 of you will show up."
Yeah, for sure. So it's like, yeah.
And I love all 20 of you, but let's just be real.
I think people like me, you, and even TGK, because I know TGK has been doing some gaming streams on his channel. Like, I think our communities like watching us talk and just be on camera, that they would like us to be like streamers on Twitch, and which I would love to do one day. But that's a whole different beast. It's different when we're up here talking basketball versus I'm playing a game.
Yeah.
It's just different.
I did a whole Elden Ring playthrough in the summer, and it was pretty
remember
good.
that was awesome.
It was pretty good. Give us Marcel's favorite starter Pokemon.
Oh man, okay, so my favorite starter Pokemon, first of all, my favorite generation of all time is Gen 3, Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald in the Hoenn region.
Was that on the Game Boy Color?
The Game Boy Advance. Yeah. But out of Torchic, Trico, and Mudkip, my favorite is Trico. I love grass types. Grass type starters, grass type Pokemon got a place in my heart. And then Mega Sceptile, he's a dragon? Come on, man. So,
and that's a grass one?
Yeah.
A grass dragon?
Yeah, only when he mega evolves, but he's still the GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to my boy Trico. I always pick you.
My favorite one, and Pokemon, I loved it, but I never like really dove into it.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite's Mewtwo, but I know that's not like a starter. Your Pokemon.
I mean, Mewtwo's just broken, bro.
Yeah, but I mean that's fun. I like the broken ones.
Did you see that clip of Stephen A. Smith breaking down Mewtwo?
Yes,
6'7", 280.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got that tail, you know. I'm like, what?
It's clips like that where I'm like, yeah, this is why he's getting paid $11 million.
Like that was actually funny.
Yeah, it's like he's very good at entertaining people.
Yeah.
Will he be a good president? I don't know.
I was about to say that I don't like this weird political spin because it's like
I think he's going to run for. I really do think he's going to run for office.
I don't think he's educated enough in what he's talking about. I think he's good at talking. So check it out.
Yes,
so
100%. I agree with you.
You and I were in front of cameras all the time. We're good at talking.
Yeah.
I am good at just talking. Stephen A. is very good at just talking, but when it comes to things that are like political, I'm like, I don't think you really understand what you're talking about.
Well, it's also whenever he's really going in on a sport that you really know a lot about, that's when you kind of realize like, oh, he's grifting. He's a grifter.
For sure. Yeah.
And I don't know if he'll run for office. I do think I don't know what news station it would be. I guess Fox News.
Maybe.
But I always thought it'd be a CNN route, but maybe some of the shit he's been saying lately, I'm like, God damn.
It's been crazy.
You going to Rumble? Like, Jesus Christ.
God, yeah. Rumble, where your career goes to die.
Rumble. TGK with another donation, $2. Slightly, tell him about my Sham God stab bag. TGK does have a deep bag.
Yeah, he had a video that went viral a year or two ago where he had a mean Luka step back and like everybody saw. No, yeah, and TGK is also another, like, I will say, out of all of like the media personnel for the Mavericks, whether it's Noah Weber, who is a hooper, or
Love
whether
Noah.
it's you, who's a hooper, TGK,
I don't know.
like
A hooper's a strong word.
y'all are hoopers. I will say I'm probably the least athletic out of all the Mavericks content creators. Like just from injuries alone, I don't trust myself on the court. But TGK can play basketball. And if anybody watching thinks that, oh, you're just a YouTuber, you don't know what you're talking about, you probably never played, because I always get those comments like, you don't know what you're talking about. TGK can play basketball.
Yeah.
TGK can score on any of you in the comment section any day of the week, and I'll put money on that.
Yeah. He's got a very deep bag. B-Dot says I'm a hooper. He is. That was
B-Dot can hoop too?
Yeah. He's
these
nice.
guys can hoop. Like I'm telling you, hey, shout out to B-Dot. That's the homie.
Yeah. I need to have B-Dot up here. That's next on the but my community wouldn't like they don't like him.
Nah, why?
They just don't. He's got some movie takes that some people. I've had him on my playback.
Ooh.
He's really anti Star Wars Episode 3, which I'm putting my foot down on.
Wow.
Because that's in my top 4 on Letterboxd. And honestly, I think it might be my favorite movie ever made.
I may have to come up here when you bring B-Dot back so I can ask him what is his problem with Episode 3.
He just thinks it was poorly done.
That was like the quintessential moment in the franchise of when you have Anakin going into Vader.
You don't got to tell me, man.
Everything that's built up from episodes 1 and 2 of Luke Skywalker not getting the Jedi Master title because he was really a little bit older than what they wanted for a Jedi, or they saw things in him that didn't align with being a Jedi Master, for him having to take over the Republic because he's like, all right, clones, let's get after it because, I'm going to just take it by force. Like, B-Dot, we got to have a talk. Because to me, Episode 3, best Star Wars movie ever. Peak.
See, I don't know. Star Wars Episode 5 is so just perfect.
From a story standpoint, I love 5,
and 3,
4, 5, and 6.
3 has its weaknesses, but it's my favorite movie. It just, I don't give a fuck about its weaknesses. Whenever they get to Mustafar and Obi-Wan and Anakin are going at it, I mean, come on.
Like, that's
I'll stop anything I'm doing and watch that.
That's like the that's the first best fighting scene in Star Wars. The second one is Darth Maul. I love that fight scene. That's awesome. But when you got Anakin versus Obi-Wan, you got the lava flowing everywhere. Like, that is peak.
Did you watch Andor?
Nah,
dude, you need to watch that.
I'm gonna watch it when I get home.
That is one of the best TV shows ever made.
So I was very apprehensive of watching any of the Star Wars shows.
I agree, and it took me a long time to get into Andor, but I heard enough people who were like, dude, this show is unreal.
Now, I'm gonna go home today. I'm gonna watch it.
I'd say watch, I'm trying to think. Okay, never mind. I was going to say watch Rogue One first, but actually Rogue One is at the end. Okay. It's Andor, it goes into Rogue One.
Okay. You know what? I'll just make a whole marathon out of it. I'll just watch them start to finish in order and just... I deserve that.
I can't believe how, like, Rogue One literally blew me away how good it was.
I was just...
But it's Star Wars, but it's not like super Star Wars. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, it is, but there's not, there's no Jedi or anything.
Okay.
It's very like political, some political intrigue.
See, the world building of Star Wars is really, really cool. And that's probably one franchises I really got into as a kid. Mm-hmm. I used to play all the games. My dad, shout out to my dad, he's a big nerd too, so I always had a PlayStation, Xbox, Game Boy. But there's a game that came out for the Xbox, the original Xbox, called Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, yeah.
I
Classic
played
game.
that game so much.
I played that not too long ago, actually.
I loved it. And they had a second one. Not a big fan. Love the first one.
Really? You didn't like the second one?
It's good.
I
just
love
like
the
first
second
more.
one.
I like the first one more. But like the world building of Star Wars is cool. So when you get into it beyond like the lightsaber and stuff.
Look at V-Dot's chat.
BSA.
You two are millennials who are blinded by nostalgia.
How old's B-Dot?
I think he's like 25.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm not blinded by nostalgia. I just know what good cinema looks like. Okay. Back in my day, people went to the movie theaters for good movies.
Yeah.
Now you go to the movies for like remakes.
I literally
and
remember.
horrible rehashes.
I literally remember because it was before they did like the midnight premieres of movies. I remember me and my dad went. It was before you could pre-buy tickets too. We lined up around the Cinemark. I skipped school that day for episode 3.
Yep.
Like all time.
Dude, that's crazy because I also saw episode 3 with my dad.
Yeah.
And I remember like fondly, like my dad covered my eyes when he killed
It was like 7:30 in the morning.
yeah. What
When
was
I
it?
went.
It was not was it Dooku?
Younglings.
No. It was what was it? I think Dooku was killed by Anakin early.
Oh yeah, beheaded.
And my dad like closed my eyes like,
Palpatine.
what happened? What happened?
Do
Yeah,
it.
Palpatine. Yeah. So I was like,
Do
what
it.
happened? So yeah, no, episode 3, awesome. I saw that with my dad. I also saw almost every single Marvel movie with my father. From from my childhood up until I left for the army just because I'm gone.
You a Marvel guy?
Big. I'm telling you right now, and maybe I'll have to bring them in one day. My dad has 4 comic book boxes, white boxes, probably the size of this table, filled with comic books.
Oh shit!
Talking about Spider-Man, talking about all X-Men.
Some collector's items in there.
We sat down one summer. I was like 16 years old. We sat down one summer and just priced it. We just went to eBay and just went through them. We had some free time, so we're just going through it. At the time, a little bit over like $250K in comics, and now I'm short close to $1 million.
What the?
My dad has some like limited edition, like first edition, and they're like in sleeves, pristine condition.
My god!
The only way I could read these comics was in front of him, and he would turn the pages. So yeah, no, I'm huge on Marvel, Avengers, X-Men. I love the X-Men. Love the X-Men. I played.
Are
all
you
the
in on
games.
like this the Marvel verse right now?
I'm waiting to see where it goes. It's like
I'm just kind of done with it, man.
there's only so much you can do before it's just oh, there's another Marvel movie. Oh, it's going to tie into this. Oh, it's like
Ant-Man Quantumania, whatever it's called, it was like the moment where I was like, okay, this is jumped off.
It
It's to a
kinda
point
just-
I don't like.
because
Kang could have been so badass and cool, and then Ant-Man killed him.
you know what?
Ant-Man killed the strongest one. That's what they told us.
Well,
I'm like, what the fuck? These ants and Ant-Man are the strongest beings in the Marvel universe, bro.
to be fair,
They evolved a million years in like 20 minutes.
To be fair, for Ant-Man, it goes beyond ants. It's the fact that he can shrink down on the quantum level to where
Right.
it goes to like other multiverses.
This is the
and all
problem
that
with the
stuff.
Marvelverse movies is it's really hard to power scale.
It really is. It really is.
It's like impossible. And now you have 55 characters, and it's like, well, wait, like the ants in the Antverse are the strongest beings.
Yeah.
Just put them anywhere, and they'll build the whole civilization. Like,
If you want to save the universe, the answer is ants.
yes, that's it. Those the ants in the little quantum realm.
Have you seen the new Fantastic Four movie?
Yeah, I liked it.
It's really good. I like it. I just don't like how Galactus isn't like that guy.
Yeah, no, I liked it. It was one of those things where I came at the theater, I was like, oh, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then like a few weeks later, I thought about it, and I was like, meh,
Galactus is like, he eats worlds. Like,
I know.
y'all tricked him with a baby?
They gotta, well, the baby.
And I understand the baby's like the
Yeah.
most powerful thing in the entire
That's the
existence.
thing.
Well, I get that, but it's like, Galactus.
Well, that's why I love Thunderbolts, because they
Yes.
went there with what's dude's name?
Not
Bob, right? Wasn't that it? When he goes into the little shadow form.
He was like the perfect description of depression.
Yes,
His power
And-
was depression.
and he like
Void.
Yeah, and he was fucking people up. Like he was unbeatable.
No one could
And I
touch him.
like that they saw that. And I liked how usually the power of friendship being like the what beats people. I'm like, oh god,
It worked.
It worked in that movie really.
But yeah,
well.
no, I walked away from Thunderbolts like, yeah, this movie was about depression.
Yeah, that was a very deep, like shockingly deep movie.
Very well done.
It kind of like surface level. It's not like hiding. But
No.
they do it really well. Where you're at the end, you're like, wow, that was good. Well done. And then the last one here, G with the 199, Demon Keaton Wagler, greater than Fleming's. I don't know who Keaton Wagler is, but
I mean,
Keaton Wagler, basketball player. Oh, this Illinois guard. I have heard of him actually.
I'm still high on Kingston Flemings.
Oh,
I think.
6'6". All right.
Okay, so now we want tall guards.
16, 5, and 4 this year. Not bad.
What's his efficiency?
Wow, rock solid. 42% from 3 on 5.5 attempts. What's
What's his defense look like?
yeah? What's going on?
Hold
What's
on,
this
hold on.
guy's? I haven't even heard of this guy.
Look,
What's this thing?
And what's his name?
Keaton Wagler. I think I have seen him on Twitter
All right,
before.
I'm gonna have to look into it.
Yeah, again, I don't even pretend to be a draft guy.
I don't look in the draft like it's close to draft. It's Only because everything can change between now and then.
We do like I do like a big board I put out, and the whole joke of it is it's just terrible, and it's fun for me to look back on. But I openly put out there like I do not know what I'm saying. I'm just going purely off vibes.
Yep, just vibes alone.
And a couple years ago, it was dreadfully bad. I forgot what I had. Jarris Walker 3rd. I had Derek Lively 20th.
Oh wow,
behind Omax. I had Omax ahead of him.
Omax never got a fair shot. I think Omax can be better if he had a chance. I think.
And I say this out of love. I think Omax sucks.
I'm saying this out of love. I'm saying this out of love. I think Omax can be a good role player, but I think he suffered the same downfall as Jaden Hardy. Jay's kid's your coach.
Yeah. I just don't think Omax is good at basketball. And that comes from a place of love.
You know who I really think is bad at basketball, and it sucks because I just saw him the other day?
Who?
Jamarian Sharp. You know how many people tell me, he's 7'5". Why don't we have him? Jamarian Sharp's great. Have you watched him play basketball?
Yeah. He's not very good. Well, anyways, hour and a half. This is a great show.
This is awesome.
Thanks for coming out. We'll definitely have you on much more often. Like I said, we got to get TGK and all these guys up here. I want to do that around the trade deadline, awesome. Just to reminisce on the trade and the year anniversary. I thank you all for tuning in. If you guys haven't liked the stream yet, make sure you do so. Where can we find you at?
You can find me on Twitter at Mavericks Digest or on YouTube at Mavericks Digest, and make sure you drink water always.
You don't want to plug the Secret Gaming channel?
Nah, I'm good on that.
Okay, all right. I gave you the floor.
Hey, it's cool. I haven't uploaded in like a year, so
maybe we'll revive it in the summer.
Maybe if I'm bored, probably. Yeah.
GTA 6, that's next year now, isn't it?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, I mean, yeah.
Slightly biased and Mavericks Digest GTA 6.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it.
Hey,
we did play Marvel Rivals together that one time, one game.
Yeah, I haven't played in a while.
Me either. I'm done with that game.
Yeah,
and I did love it at first.
Yeah.
Anyways, make sure you guys subscribe to the Haymaker Network. Link is down in the description. If you're watching this on my channel, you can listen to this on all audio platforms. A Slightly Biased Show. Love you all. Thank you all for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. I'll talk to you Thursday. Hey, stock up. There's supposed to be a crazy winter storm this weekend.
Ooh, yes.
Stock up right now before everyone else runs to HEB. Love you guys.
Love you.
Who's it gonna be?
That was a great show. That was awesome.
My brain's gonna explode. My brain's gonna explode. There's something sinister afoot, absolutely.
Iron balls.